This is this phone call is a risk. This is what you call
And he
a
doing it, and
horrible.
you doing it, and you doing it live.
Hey, quick question. What size? What shoe size is Ash? Because Marlo is going to get him some snakeskin Rattler Air Force Ones.
Yes, sir.
He getting them.
He what size is he? Oh dear Father God! Remember when I said this is? Oh,
What happened? What happened? TP dying, so something good just happened. What happened?
well, I am listening to you, Melissa, and so is podcast.
Sweet baby Jesus, what just happened? This has got to be
Oh,
podcast gold.
You don't interrupt the woman when she's eating French fries. Lesson learned today.
I'm holding tight to that listen too.
So
a lesson was learned that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Food over shoes.
I just respectfully, please understand that she don't fuck with me at all. So the moment I get on her bad side, it's open season. So, but Ash went to go karting on his birthday and not have to go to school. So it was a good day all around. It was definitely a good day all around. He had a blast, and then Saturday he's going to Top Golf, which is another thing that I'm shocked about because he wanted nothing to do with Top Golf. Now he want to go Top Golf with Pop. So happy birthday. So it's the internet is a wonderful, beautiful, terrible tool that we as individuals have in our hands. And this Aunt Edwards situation, I've come to realize that some of y'all agree with me and some of y'all really don't like me. And had no problem getting on Twitter telling me how much you ain't like what I had to say.
Oh
I
damn.
want to make sure that I'm very clear. I got 5 kids from 3 different women.
Dang.
I am not no saint. I do not pretend to be a saint. I also know that everyone is not perfect and every woman is not perfect. I did a DNA test in the parking lot of a Bob Evans. So you can't tell me about what a woman does and does not do. But I also know what a grown man does. My daddy used to tell me all the time, life happens. I'm okay with life happening. But you don't happen to children. In other words, if you make children from somebody that you don't want to deal with, completely understand. You be an adult. That child didn't ask to be here. And if you didn't want that child to be here, you could have taken precautions to make sure that didn't happen. And yes, it takes 2 to tango. And yes, I have been in a situation where she is telling you all the good things you want to hear, and you throw caution to the wind. Again, it takes 2 to tango. I'm not judging Ant. All I said was he making us look bad. That's it. And you need to understand that my experience is I am in a group of young men, or well, we old men now, group of men who are not necessarily with the women we created children with, but we take care of our kids. We are active in our kids' lives. It is very easy to go, I'm gonna give you X million dollars so I don't have to deal with this situation because I'm young. Nobody don't give a shit. You the same age I was when I had my first kid. I don't care.
Second. All right, so, never mind. My bad.
So,
You're right.
so do you think he's wrong for going about it this way?
Nope, I don't.
I think
Well,
his word choice.
Let's go.
His Marlo's at a game, everybody. His daughter
Sorry. That's my bad.
that's
His
my
daughter has a
bad.
flag football game. No, it's not. It's not what he did. See, it's not always what you do. It's how you go about doing it. And him saying, "I don't want nothing to do with them." He didn't have to say that.
Yeah, he did. He said that when
No,
she said that when she took $100,000 to get the abortion.
I just want to put out that he is a marketable figure. He was on the highway to the face of the NBA. That's all I'm saying.
He still is.
He still
This ain't
is.
changed nothing.
He's still going to be the face of the NBA.
This ain't changed a thing. And you can't compare it to every situation because every situation ain't the same. And when he was talking about it, he basically saying that she's been lying. She's pretty much been trying to scheme on him this whole time. So can you blame him for not wanting to deal with that? And by him paying up front, she can no longer take him to court and try to get more later, which is what would have happened. So he's avoiding the whole back and forth to court. You know, she trying to get more because he making more because he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? The longer he's in the league, his income is only gonna go up. He's still only 24 years old.
23.
23. So this is I ain't gonna call it a prenup because they're not married, but this is like a pre-exempt school contract that he's pretty much entered in with her to pay it all up front and not have to worry about it no more.
I mean, but
she's
the
not in
thing, the
Florida.
thing is with him is it had 4 kids in a business calendar year.
Yeah.
4 in a business calendar year. So had this been the only one that he was going back and forth with, 5, 4, all of his kids gonna graduate high school the same year.
My thing about the whole thing is he didn't have that agreement with the other ones.
No, he only said he pretty much said the only kids that he wanted to deal with are the ones that the one that he has. By I think him and the last girlfriend are married or engaged or whatever. He's pretty much saying those are the only kids he want to have contact with. The other ones, name your price, come get this money, get out my face. But as a person that it's 4 of us total, right? But my dad had his first kid when he was in high school. I can't see my life without my older sister. She has a different mom than me and my other siblings do, but I don't know what my life would look like if she wasn't in it. So what does that say when the current kids get older and they find out they got 4 other siblings out there that they have no relationship with?
It happens.
It happens. It'll be a show.
Well, if you follow me on Twitter, I am very open and public that before my mother dementia took hold, she made it her business to find my half sister.
Yes, ma'am.
And that lady found my half sister. So and then I didn't like know my half sister existed until my junior senior year in high school. Maybe sophomore, somewhere between my sophomore and senior year in high school. I didn't know she even existed. And then we didn't like when we did connect, we only connected for a little bit of time. Then we got separated again. And mama found her a few years ago. So I understand like the ramifications of all of this, because you have not lived until your mama have to check who you dating and who her people is, and you're not understanding it until you get older. Like, oh, that's why. So all this, I don't want to have nothing to do with them. It's gonna be some ramifications. So but to the people who was coming at me on Twitter, I'm not gonna say F you because that'll be wrong. That'll be wrong. But you know how I feel. All right. To the big news of the day, and I know this ain't the basketball podcast, but we talked about it earlier this week. Alabama A&M announced Donte Jackson as their men's basketball coach. So I want to be clear on a few things. I've been knowing about a change at Grambling for a while, but I didn't know if I should broadcast it. I'm gonna put it that way. And I had a source, a reliable source, and I didn't say nothing because I was like, I can't confirm it from two people. It ain't my story to break, basically, right? Because I put on journalist hat and was like, I need to be able to confirm this before I start running my mouth. Whereas, my other news breaks, I'm able to go, yeah, I heard X, Y, and Z, yada, yada. So for the people who are hearing this news just now, Shaw, my bad. I will conduct myself better as a journalist. And when I hear pertinent information, I will let it be known. But I have to ask the question.
What did you just say? As a journalist, so when you hear pertinent information, you're gonna let it be known. So now you the op, you the snitch in the
I'm the ops.
room. People do not tell you stuff all the time, so you can tell other people.
I know it's on the record and off the record. If it's off the record, I'm not gonna say that.
I think you should say it like that.
That's what I'm saying. On the record, off the record. See, they be your own people. They be your own people. But I gotta ask a question. And I have to ask the question. Grambling is paying $230,000 to their men's basketball coach. Yet that men's basketball coach chose to go to Alabama A&M. Are we serious about collegiate sports? And if you're a Grambling fan, alum, I'm not saying this to piss you off or get you all upset. I'm asking from we all need to take this serious, but is Grambling taking big time college sports serious?
I mean, but is that $230K after? Was that based on? Is that including incentives? Is that the base salary? Was he getting $230K because of that run he went on last season in the tournament? What is it?
The current job opening is $230, and it says $100K is an incentive. So I'm assuming, and I'm assuming it's like Florida where you're capped out at like 150,000, whatever it is. You're capped out at a certain point, and the rest of it is through the foundation or the athletic foundations or whatever, the direct service organizations, however they do it. That's what I'm thinking. I also would like to point out, I do not, and I'm unaware if Grambling has a NIL for its basketball program. And I'm also aware that Alabama A&M does have an NIL program. I don't know if it's basketball related, if it's all sports, or if it's just football. But I am aware that they do have an NIL collective.
I mean, 230. Listen, I ain't mad at it.
So again, this is where we at. Like, we need to understand the collectives are a part of college sports, and I want a certain organization across Gain Street to understand that there should be no reason why we losing NCAA All Americans to LSU.
That was
Should
the
not
first
happen.
All American Florida State had in a while, right?
LSU pay better.
Yep.
LSU definitely pay better.
The money that is available to losing teams, LSU should not be able to outbid us on nobody. I said what I said, exactly how I said it.
You right, but
They got
what did I
no
say
check.
2 weeks ago about egos and giving?
You're right. You're 100% right. You are 100% right. But
And one thing somebody from LSU gonna do is tell you they went to LSU.
so,
and they gonna throw money behind it.
but I'm gonna let that sleeping dog lie, because I got a question for everybody. So, Grambling's head football coach said that if a player transfers from his program to a P4 or P5, that the school should be compensated for that player. How y'all feel about it?
No.
Literally the dumbest thing I've
Get
ever
the
heard.
fuck out of here.
Why not? Why not? They spent the money to develop him. They spent the time to develop him, and you gonna reap millions of benefits. Why not? Why not? Why not? What if an Isaiah Land would have left Florida State and would have left FAMU and went across the state and been an All-American and they won a championship on his back? They did none of the development.
What if they weren't being developed and that's why they left?
But if somebody leaves a Grambling and gets to a P4 or a P5, they were absolutely developed. Absolutely.
They had the talent before they got the Grambling. If they leave Grambling and go to a P5, they already had that talent.
Okay,
But then why weren't they at a P5 prior to Grambling?
So
Could have been
here's
brain. Could have been money.
I have an example for you, Lord Jamal. I got an example for you. And this school, let me see, what is Blend? Blend is a
JUCO.
Is a JUCO. So same thing, right? You know, it's less than a P4 or P5. Cam Newton started off at Florida. It wasn't working out. He left, went to Blend, and then went to Auburn. Should Blend be compensated, be feeling like they developed Cam Newton? Or was he already
because Blend is a JUCO. It's only designed for you to be there 2 years. Grambling is a 4-year institution.
It doesn't matter though. I'm talking about any school that's less than a P4.
No, you cannot compare JUCO to a 4-year D1 university. TP, stop it.
But he started at a D1.
Yeah, but you also picked a bad example because we know what happened with Cam Newton at Florida.
Johnny Brom is a better example.
Who?
But
Johnny Brom.
The example is that school didn't develop him to be Cam Newton. He was already Cam Newton. So whatever player. So when does it become subjective? How do you govern that? Is what I'm saying. Because you can't say just because you played at Grambling and then you transfer to an Auburn or to Ohio State or wherever P5, P4 school. Why would the school that they transfer from get compensated for what?
So think about it this way. This might actually make better sense. And I'm not, again, this is not the disrespect hour. We are simply talking. There are very few kids that end up at the Gramblings, the FAMUs, the Perryviews that have P4, P5 offers. We are being 100% honest. Those kids that have P4, P5 offers, they will go P4, P5 and ride the pine. It is now we have the transfer portal. Cool. Let me take this FAMU, this PV order, this PV offer, and I can get some film and then I can bounce. But prior to this point, the kids that ended up in SWAC and MEAC football were only being recruited by SWAC MEAC football, maybe lower divisions. So now that you have proven yourself, because they were not looking at you coming out of high school, they weren't even farting in your direction coming out of high school.
Okay, so what
All of a
happens?
sudden, you proven you can play at this level over here, so now we want you. Yeah, run me a check for that, bro.
So what happens when the P4 P5 decide that they don't want to accept a kid transferring because they're gonna have to pay the school and pay him?
I think
Hey,
that's the whole purpose
luckily
of coaches
for us,
coming.
you got schools like LSU that exist, and they gonna always pay. That's
I,
just
I
a fact.
can I can
It's
tell
the
you
turning of the knife. The turning of the
I can
knife.
tell you
No.
from
I said LSU, not FSU.
no. I said I can tell you from personal experience. I got offers from every university in the country, and I chose FAMU. Every
That's
one of
because you're smart, Marlo.
So
them.
here's a better example, right? Johnny Brown plays for Auburn. Was at Tampa Catholic. Again, how did he get out the state? Ended up at Morehead State from 2020 to 2022. He is now at Auburn. He's probably going to be a first round NBA draft pick and is playing in the NBA Final Four. That is probably the best example that we have right now. But I have some questions about, okay, let's say they implement this. The only people benefiting are the institutions and the coaches. You again put players in situations where you're controlling their movement through contracts. But the contracts that they sign are year to year. And I saw what another content creator posted. I can tell you that there were the guys that were at Florida State that were still on a year to year contract. That is what a scholarship is. It is a year to year contract. I can also tell you about players at certain schools. And this is how we got here. I'm going to tell you how we got to this whole transfer portal thing. There were players who could have played anywhere else in the country that were stuck and could not play because they had a guy that was either equal talent and an upperclassman or was better than him, and he was never going to jump that dude. But they were stuck at Florida State. I can think of Davey Ford, what's the steroid frog? The dude that went from a quarterback to a fullback. I can't think of his name right now. But they're like Xavier Lee. Like there were tons of guys that should have been stars, but they were stuck because there were no transfer rules. And every chance somebody gets, instead of offering a solution to this absolute mess, they add another layer of control. Freedom of movement is a thing. Let's stop trying to stop freedom of movement. Let's try to incentivize players to stay. And I'm trying to get people to come on. It's not always about money. Money is a component, but there are players who stay and leave for things less than money. Coppin State basketball team is in the portal. And I know damn well them players not going to get no money, but they in the portal anyway.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Like if we gonna tell players they gotta give up something, fully guarantee a 4-year scholarship.
Yeah. The schooling should be taken care of regardless.
That's all I'm saying.
It used to be that way.
Yeah, it used to be that way.
It ain't that way no more. That's why they had all the rules where you couldn't leave the school or you had to sit out a year and all of that.
So like schools like Texas A&M, I know for sure, through experience with a family member, he got hurt in high school and they still had already guaranteed his scholarship and allowed him to still go to school, and he still ended up playing. He didn't play at the position he was originally recruited for. He was originally recruited to play quarterback. But at the time, when he got there was a guy named Johnny Manziel. So he didn't get to play quarterback. He played receiver, and he was out there with Mike Evans and I forget the other receiver they had. But A&M fully guarantees their scholarship regardless. If they sign you and they saying that you coming over on the NIL deal, your scholarship is guaranteed if you stay at the school, even if you don't end up playing or being very successful on the field, your scholarship is still guaranteed. And it's
So
not
they're
on a
taking
year by
away
year
that.
basis.
So they're taking away the year to year, or is that just Texas A&M?
Texas A&M is one of the schools that do that. Not all schools do that
Yeah,
because it's not written into the CBA.
That's what I was asking, because
Yeah.
we all know players past and present that have had scholarships yanked after a year for various reasons.
Right, which is why you have to do your research prior to attending a school. You know, are you full, or make sure that it's in writing ahead of time. Are you fully guaranteeing my scholarship? Because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's 99.9999% is
It
1
should
year
it should be
guaranteed.
the most important thing, but it's not for a lot of guys. And we see a lot of the guys, for people in general.
Yeah. And we gotta, like, I would be a fool to not acknowledge that money is gonna be a factor, because when you're growing up
It
and
is.
you're the best kid in your neighborhood, in your city, like, you thinking you going to the league. So you're like, okay, well, my parents done did all this for me. Let me see if I can take care of them or the people that's around you. Money is a factor.
Hey,
But
you can take care of your people on the engineering salary. That's what I need people to realize.
and again, we don't, that's another thing. We don't teach kids plan B. Like, it's, I'm going to the league and that's it. And the problem is, it's not all parents, and I want to make sure I emphasize there is a small amount of people who make a large group of people look bad. Every parent wants their child to have a good education and something to fall back on. There are a few that are like, oh, my kid going to the league, and that's all we focused on.
I feel like there's a mindset that it takes, and you have to have this no highway option, no plan B option in your head, but it doesn't have to be actuality. If you get what I'm saying, you can feel like this is it. This is what I have to do, but you still got to have other things getting put in place just in case. So like that mindset, that's the mindset you got to have. But in actuality, that can't be the
You
only
train
thing.
like there is no plan B, but you plan
That's
like there is no plan A. Yes.
exactly.
You wake up every day at 5 a.m. and go through all of your trainings like I have no choice but to have my name called. But at the same time, you need to be in class at 9 a.m. and have your homework completed.
Exactly.
To have your name called.
To have your name called as you walk across that stage.
Exactly.
I graduated college 2 years ago, and the only person in attendance was my wife. And when they called my name, I could hear her all the way across the stadium.
You know what? That's
what I mean?
That's our bad teacher.
And that was a great feeling, a great sense of accomplishment. Even if I haven't used that degree, the fact that I was able to achieve it is.
Hey, can't nobody take it from you though.
Can't nobody take it from me. You know what I mean?
Hey, and that's how I feel. Like, I know there has been a major discourse on social media about black men going to college. College ain't for everybody. We know that. But at the same time, you have to do something. You gotta do something. Even if you go, I put it this way, and I'm gonna brag on it because he's my favorite person in the world. My big brother never went to college. He went and got a welding certificate. Dude is managing the gas and meter shop for the whole city of Tallahassee now.
I tell you like this: there are a lot of smart people that never went to college, and a lot of dumb people that have graduated college.
Amen.
It is not black and white.
No, it's not. No. But the point I'm making is he went and he did something.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He did something, and it worked out for him. You have to do something, and I think that was what my parents always told us. Like, you can't sit on my sofa, bro. You got to do something.
But look, you can't not go to college and not do nothing.
Exactly. Okay, you don't want to go to college, fine. What do you like to do? You like working on cars? Amazing. You finna go and enroll in Voltec. Like, you gotta do something, G.
Look, I'll tell you what, my kids got two options: college or military. I don't have it any other way. College or
You know
military.
what? And I took the ASVAB to go to the military because I didn't know what I wanted to go to college. And my mama said, hey, orientation, that FAMU on the 24th. Go get your backpack. I was like, yes, ma'am.
I thought it was gonna be all good that the Air Force recruiter was gonna come to the house and talk my daddy out of his stance that you going to college, you can run track, you going to somebody college. That Air Force recruiter got there, my daddy was cleaning his shotgun.
Hey, you know what? The only recruiter my daddy said he didn't want to see was the Army. That was it. He said he'll listen to anybody but the Army.
Yeah, my pop said he did his time. He did all his time so I could go to college, and I was going to college. They had a U-Haul graduation week. They had a U-Haul outside the house.
Yeah, you going?
Yeah, you going somewhere because you got to do something. Like, and even for me, because I grew up so close to fam, I just had in my head I was gonna stay at home and just commute. And my mama looked me dead in my face and she said, "Hey, you gotta try." She's like, we have made it comfortable for y'all here. Y'all like living here. We love that. You know, y'all don't hate us to the point where you like flying out the door after graduation. But she was like, you just not even gonna try. You gotta go try it. Because I would have been content. I would have went to school every day and came home with no problem.
But that's taken away from the experience. See, part of
it is, and she was
and,
right.
and
I'm
see,
thankful for it.
Here's the thing that people don't understand about college military, right? It's a transition period.
Yep.
Because if you go straight from living with your parents to out on your own, having to pay all your bills, and you're not prepared, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yep.
Or a struggle that you're not ready for. You go to the military, you're gonna be in a dorm room, you ain't gonna have rent, you're gonna have a paycheck, and you're gonna have people that's there to help guide you and prepare you for being on your own. If you go to college, you're gonna be in the dorm, your tuition and everything is gonna take care of your room and board if you're able. And there's gonna be people there that can help you transition to living on your own once you graduate and go out and get you a job, and now you adulting. So either one is a transition period, but you got to go. Like,
you gotta go. You
after
gotta go try,
graduation,
bro.
it ain't no year off. You
Nah.
got these couple months until the semester either start, or we going right to the recruiting office and you going to the Air Force. I'm not sending my kids to the Army, Navy, or the Marines. They'll go to the Air Force. But you got to go somewhere. You got to do something. And a lot of these kids, they have the opportunity with their athletic ability to go get a scholarship at West Point and go into the Army or Naval Academy or the Air Force Academy. If you want to go both, like, because you're gonna have a good paying job once you graduate from there, whether you decide to,
unless your name David Robinson and you can't fit on nothing, and they tell you gotta go.
Nah, they wouldn't do that. You would be getting ready to commission.
No,
and once you commission
David,
as an officer, you automatically sign a contract for a certain amount of years. And while you're doing that, you can be preparing yourself for the next level. That gives you another reprieve.
No, what I'm saying with David Robinson, they said he was too tall. Like, he couldn't fit on none of the submarines.
He's 7'1".
So they was like, here, thank you for your service. Thank you for making our basketball program good. Goodbye. Like, bro, how
they
you
wouldn't do that today, though.
Too tall?
They wouldn't do that today.
No, now you can fit. Back then, bro couldn't fit on nothing. They said he couldn't even fit through the doorway of the submarine.
Nah, he shouldn't go to the Navy. I know they call him the Admiral, but
no, but he played for the Navy Academy.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's how he got the nickname the Admiral.
Admiral, yep.
But those boats are not built for tall people. If he'd have been in the Army or the Air Force, he'd have been all right because that doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
like you can, if you ever been on one of those boats or like seen them, you'd
they're
understand
not.
why being 7 feet tall and I don't know if you know this, but when they go on deployments, they hot bunk,
Yep.
right? There's only enough beds for half of the people on the boat. So you work 12 on while your bedmate is in the room, and then when y'all switch off, you don't want to be sharing bed with a man 7 feet tall, man. Cause like it probably like bro probably barely fit in the room as it is.
Right. So
Where's
got to do
where's
something,
my bed stretched out?
Why's the bed?
bro.
Nah, for real.
All right. So we had all that going on this last couple of days. FAMU announced the hiring of their defensive coordinator. He was
Did we
already.
announce it or was it leaked? Because I feel like it was leaked.
I feel like it was leaked, and then there was an
Because we
announcement.
ain't say nothing. I ain't see no welcome to the. I ain't see nothing.
Well, again, Driscoll just got there. He did respond to my email, and I'm assuming everybody has now rushed him since there hasn't been a. I'm gonna call him an SID, but I know it's brand and all of that
Yeah,
name.
that man still
So
living out of boxes, and y'all done blew up his inbox already.
look, I ain't here to throw no stones, but there's an email that was sitting unanswered since August. I just wanted to like get my foot in the door. That's all I'm saying. So he answered my email, and I'm not stressing him. I'm not stressing him today. But if this weekend go in Jackson the way I think it's gonna go, I'm gonna be in coaches' inboxes. I'm gonna need people on the show so I can have the coaches on so we can do a victory lap. Absolutely need to do a victory lap. Because why not do a victory lap? By the way, y'all, Jamal is enjoying what I believe was a steak on the grill and some beer. And we got two of them on. Hold on, we gotta take one of you off.
I did. I just took one off. There we go. I took one off.
So he is enjoying this evening. It must be nice and cool in Tallahassee. Wait, you in Quincy?
Yeah, I'm in Quincy. No, I had a steak on the grill. I just took it
Oh,
off. So I just came back out here.
see, I put some ribs on, and we used to have issues with, Marlo and the other guy would cook full meals and come on the podcast and show
Oh
the
yeah.
whole world a full meal. And I used to want to cut Marlo because Marlo would have snapper, and I'd be like, "Dog, y'all went on the water and called me."
Nah, Publix I had bought one of them nice T-bones last time Publix had a sale. So I just threw it
But
on the grill.
yeah, no, it's all good. So I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nothing because before we get to the NFL, Final Fours.
What did I miss?
Well, we talked about Coach Donte Jackson going to Alabama A&M and the fact that I knew about it, but I didn't think it was I didn't think what I heard was real, and I didn't say
No, because they
anything.
gave him an extension. So no, of course you don't think it's real. And he signed the extension. So no, you don't
Yeah.
think it's real.
So, and then the other rumors that was attached to the Alabama A&M job, we was busy trying to dispel those rumors that
Yeah.
this whole thing
But I
popped up on.
wasn't dispelling shit. I said how I felt about it. And I'm gonna say it
Oh,
again if it pops up again.
what's it? What you say, bro?
Damn it. Hell, what King
But
George said, if you're gonna leave, go ahead and go. Hell.
well, again, so there was that. Um, it's so much. Um, make sure I get all this. Not just
You said Final Four. I don't think we already made our Final Four picks.
yeah, no.
I,
I just
I
want to make
got
sure everybody knew the Final Four is being
I
played
got
tomorrow.
I got one thing to say about the Final Four, and then I'm done. It's for the women's side. Asia Wilson had a pop up. I meant to tell you to go get me some shoes today, and I forgot. Had a pop up for her shoe release in Tampa today. She did a special release with the University of Texas last night. Texas was in practice today with her shoes on. University of South Carolina cannot wear them because they're Under Armour school.
Yeah. And she signed with Nike.
And she signed to Nike. Now
Yeah.
I know they got pairs because she ain't gonna not give them pairs, but they can't even be photographed them.
Damn.
Well, I know this is basketball again, but we here. I want to make sure I don't mess his name up. Luke D'Alessio. I hope I'm saying that right. At Fayetteville State did not get a contract extension. So Fayetteville State will be looking for a head coach.
Yep.
Also in the news, it is rumored that from Golden State Warriors ball report is rumoring that Jonathan Kuminga is seeking a 5-year, $224 million contract.
Damn.
I don't even know
For
who the hell
what?
that is.
Jonathan Kuminga.
He's supposed to be the future of the Warriors, and I know Jamal just being petty right now. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see how that goes. The Raiders.
Remember, Dennis Schroeder didn't sign that deal that the Lakers offered him. Then he went to Atlanta for a pack of annihilators.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same situation.
All right. So I'm gonna get to some football. The Raiders. The Raiders signed Geno Smith, 2 years, $75 million.
Hey, Gino collecting checks, man.
Yeah.
He
But watch
collecting
this.
checks.
But watch this. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh Lord, don't say it. We signed. We traded for Joe Milton.
We knew, and it's been the worst kept secret that Joe Milton has improved as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And they had to get him out of New England because it was going to be a problem.
How do you feel about that, Doc?
I mean, at first, we talked about last year, right? We said Joe Milton had the best arm, but the worst mechanics. Like we know he could throw the bomb. We know he could throw a little bit intermediate. Until he checked that, could he throw the check down? Could he throw short? He couldn't do that last year. No, he couldn't do that when he got out of college. So if he improved since coming out of Tennessee, that's a good thing. That's a great thing.
See, a lot of these strong arm quarterbacks be having the same issue.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw it a mile, but you can't pitch it 2 yards. Look at A. Rich.
Nope.
Look at A. Rich. So
look at Will Levis.
Yeah, Will Levis, all them strong arm guys, right? I just feel like in the right system, give him the opportunity, and he could potentially be successful. Now you got CJ, you got CD Lamb, you got Turpin, so you got some speedy guys out there receiving. Right? They still got Brandon Cooks, right?
No, he went to he went back to the Saints from what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, he just went back to the Saints.
But outside of that, you got CD Lamb and you got a quarterback they can throw it 75 yards. You got to stretch the field. you got to put pressure on them safeties. And when you do that, you make them bag up. And what does that open up, Doc?
Open up the long game.
The long game.
Now we can run the ball. Because them safeties ain't in the box. You got to respect CeeDee Lamb's speed.
The real CD don't even got that kind of speed. CD only run a 4.5.
CD has this deceptive speed and this ability to get deep on corners before they realize it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that matters just as much as having 4.2 speed.
Right.
CD is a crazy route runner. He runs very crisp routes.
He does. He does. Can Joe Milton develop into somebody that can make a read and deliver a ball to a receiver that's running great routes? You don't want to waste the receiver that can run good routes with a quarterback who can't put it there where they need it to be.
Right.
See the way Peyton Manning orchestrated offense was, you going to be here because this is where I'm throwing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing it to a spot.
Throw the receiver to a spot.
Yeah, what a receiver's supposed to be. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him yelling at a receiver. Like, if it's an incomplete pass, it wasn't his fault.
Nope. Because he told him where he was throwing the ball, so get there.
Yep.
Exactly.
That was it.
But I think that's what it means to play quarterback in the NFL, is you got to be able to throw the ball to a spot. CJ Stroud is a great spot thrower. I'm going to put it here. You need to be there. That's why we've had a revamping in the wide receivers that we have, because guys weren't where they were supposed to be. And that's killing the offense.
Right.
Yeah, if the quarterback gotta wait till you do all your fancy shit to open up so he can throw, yeah. By that time he got hit. He ain't getting up off the ground. You still running.
Right.
I'm just saying, hey, no, y'all know what I mean. We've seen what is that dude name? Route Killer. What is that man name? Route something. But anyway,
The Route King.
We know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say DK.
Hey, I like DK. Shut up.
DK runs decent routes though. For his size.
Okay.
And athletic ability, he couples that with the ability to run decent routes, which is
and he is what, 6'6"?
6'4".
DK Metcalf 6'4".
6'4"? Somebody lying then. I swear they had that man listed at 6'6" twice.
I'm just waiting until him and George Pickens crash out.
They ain't got no quarterback right now.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, they out there catching balls from the ball boy.
I just can't wait till NFL young boy and DK Donkey Kong Metcalf just crash out.
So who's going to quarterback in Pittsburgh this year?
Pittsburgh don't even know.
Shit.
You got George Pickens and DK Metcalf. Who's throwing the ball?
Better go dig up Ben Roethlisberger.
Ain't no way.
He ain't dead yet.
Ain't no way. I'm the coach of an NFL. I mean, I'm the head. I'm Mike Tomlin, and I'm waiting on
Mike Tomlin.
I'm waiting on Aaron Rodgers. He would have been better off trading for Joe Milton.
He's really not waiting on Aaron Rodgers. He's waiting. He's waiting to see what's available. Like Aaron Rodgers would be. He's not like Aaron Rodgers would have been good if they got him 4 years ago.
I believe.
And then that was a stretch. But now he's long in the tooth, man, and like he showed last year, he ain't the same. He's not the same quarterback.
I need to see Mike Tomlin punch Aaron Rodgers in the face in the middle of a game. That's all I need. That's all I need.
As soon as he come into the locker room with his conspiracy theories, Mike gonna cuss him out and start swinging.
He is not that. He ain't that coach that will put up with Aaron Rodgers. And
nope,
he's not that coach. So Aaron Rodgers didn't even want to be there. But where else he
I
gonna
was
go?
about to say that. That's because he know that. He know there is no space for him and his bullshit in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
And another
And
thing that he has to understand, the organization isn't going to pick him over Tomlin. The
no,
Jets,
they're
the
not.
Jets clearly picked Rodgers over Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
And that's gonna
So
bite them in the
and
ass.
the Packers chose him over Mike McCarthy.
That
So
what happened. And McCarthy got the boot and came to Dallas.
yep.
No, but the city of Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh organization not getting rid of Mike Tomlin fucking at Aaron Rodgers.
Man, please, boy,
No,
that. When was the last time that Pittsburgh ever got rid of a coach? The last time
they
the
don't.
Pittsburgh, no, I'm just saying, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers got rid of a coach was before Chuck Noll became the head coach of the team.
Everybody
When
else
they were
retires.
terrible.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you
everybody
get
else
hired there and
retired.
you doing good, you're retired.
What was the quarterback? I mean, what was the coach that won the 4 Super Bowls?
Chuck
Chuck
Noll.
Noll.
Chuck
Chuck
Noll.
Noll. Chuck Noll
And
was there for almost over 20 years. He was there for over 20 years. He retired. They named Bill Cowher the head football coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That man was there for almost 20 years. And then
bring in Mike Tomlin.
you might bring in Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin was already on the staff. He was the defensive coordinator.
All right,
And guess what? Bring them up.
So the last time they fired a coach was 1972.
And Jesus.
That was the last time they fired a coach.
Yeah. Because they was terrible.
And then usher in the steel curtain, and the rest is history, as they say. They've only had 3 coaches since 1972.
You know, we are having such a wonderful evening, and it's been so peaceful.
And here you go with some fuckery.
Marlo, what we say about that school in Daytona?
I wouldn't even go in there. But I just want y'all to hear me out for a second. Just hear me out. All right. So today, Jameis Winston gave his farewell to Cleveland, and said he even got to play in the snow, because he's moving on to the New York Jets. And
More snow.
we often on this podcast, and it's my fault because I allow such vitriol to be spewed about one of the Buccaneers' greatest quarterbacks. I allow.
God damn. I was just jumped off real quick. Oh my God. You about to come back and get on your ass, man.
He on the way to your house right now.
Right there.
Okay, so that wasn't expected. But Jameis Winston is going to be in New York, and he's going to be competing with neighbor lady Russell Wilson. By the way, Sierra, love the new video.
I bet you do.
He's going to be competing with Russell Wilson for the QB1 job in New York, and J-Bo said that he is going to act like he's QB1 from day one. So I feel like J-Bo got a shot to win the job.
J-Mo ain't got no damn Super Bowl nor playoff win under his belt. He ain't winning shit.
He got a national championship and a hell of a lot of pregame speeches.
He do, and that's it.
Who was real quiet in Orlando today?
But we got to also look at the fact that there's a chance the Giants draft Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
Even with everything else that's going on. So what happens to Jameis if they draft Shedeur? Is he now a third string?
I'm gonna say this with my chest. I think
You
J-Bo
get
being younger starts over Russell. And then at some point,
I don't see it.
middle of the
I
season,
don't
it
see
won't
it.
matter.
I don't see that.
I don't
What
see
I-
it. And if they draft Shedeur, then J-Bo gets cut.
No, I don't think he gets
Somebody
cut.
getting that.
I think he gets kept on the roster in the emergency quarterback, clipboard holder type situation. You don't go down the two quarterbacks when you have a rookie quarterback and somebody that's like he 36 now. I
Yeah.
think Russell's 36. So you got to have a third quarterback. And J-Bo is one of those people that, like, if you have him at third string, he's still gonna prepare like he's starting. He's still gonna be full of energy.
Yeah.
Just good for the locker room in general. So I feel like them keeping J-Bo is gonna be a good thing for Shedeur. He'll give him the tutelage on how to prepare. I don't know if Russell Wilson wants to be anybody's mentor. He wasn't Justin Fields' mentor. So I think J-Bo is a willing person to that. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they have him on the roster, because they don't know if Russell Wilson is going to be that, that father figure, that veteran.
Russell got a house full of
be alone.
kids. He ain't got time to be everybody's daddy.
He not wrong. He not wrong.
No, hey, I get it.
Every time that lady posts a picture, Russell is talking about having more kids.
But
that man
as
ain't
a
got
veteran-
time to be everybody. I agree. As a veteran,
As
the
a
one with the
veteran,
Super
it's
Bowl,
your job to mentor the next wave if you want the team that you're on to be successful. If you don't care about that team being
I 100%
successful,
agree with you.
You ain't gonna do shit.
you ain't
I
gonna do
don't
shit.
think he give a fuck. I think he
I
wants
don't
to throw the
think he does.
football and go home and try and get Sierra pregnant again. I don't think that man give a fuck about none of that.
Come on, baby, let's try for another kid.
Bro, that lady posted a picture for Carnival, and bro said we can name him Cinco on the picture.
Marlo, what did you have to say about all this?
It's been real quiet. I don't know what's going on with Marlo, y'all. I don't know. Like, I even set it up on purpose. I don't know what's going on. We'll have to check and see if he has some technical difficulties. Wow, that I just again I can understand and respect Russell Wilson's dilemma.
What dilemma?
He's trying to stay focused, and she keep egging him on, and it's hard for him to stay focused. So we could probably blame last season on Sierra as to why he wasn't focused.
Shit, Russell gonna go to the house and smack that ass. What you talking about,
bro?
Oh,
let's go.
I just, and I know this is off topic, but some dude posted a video of a automated lifeguard in Africa, and it just go out there in the water. And I guess we at the point now where we're saying we don't care how much police post pictures in front of that water. We ain't going out there with them sharks. We're gonna get this remote control boat and go get them people and be safe. And she can be cute next to that water. We ain't doing it.
Hey, sidebar. Terrence Mann has been named assistant GM for Florida State basketball.
You just want to start some shit. That's what it is. You just want to.
Are you
This
serious?
your fucking school you love so damn much.
So
are you serious?
Thing. Yes,
yeah,
he really
bro.
is the assistant general manager.
Terrence Mann is the assistant general manager for Florida State basketball.
So he's the second active player to become an assistant manager, to become a general manager of a basketball team, of a college basketball team.
Yep.
Because Steph is the first.
Yep.
When you don't spend money on the coach, I guess you can make moves like that.
I guess so. That's crazy.
If you wonder why I have an attitude, there's a point guard from Michigan that I was told that we were going to be able to sign because the assistant coach that we hired had a relationship with said player. That player is now in Coral Gables. All I know,
they just fucked your whole world up.
Bro.
all I know is I don't want to hear nothing about we need resources. I don't want to hear. You better be 500 in the ACC next year because we are paying attention. And again, we are taking losses in places that we should not. And we have a dude who was not an athletic director anywhere else. And I like some of the moves Ski Mask has made, but some of them have me scratching my head.
I mean,
This
broke
came
clock right twice, so it's on par.
so y'all was all them people that was up in arms about what went on the good side of Game Street. Understand, on the other side of Game Street, I want y'all to keep that same energy. The exact same energy when I start down my little road.
I mean, y'all know what. So let's get back to the general manager position in college sports, right?
Yeah,
They ain't nothing but a glorified recruiter. That's it.
exactly. He's an ambassador. We just
Yeah,
wanted to give it
because
a
when I
fancy
think
name.
of general manager, what he should be doing is the athletic director's job. So if he's doing the athletic director's job, then what is the athletic director doing?
Is this a safe space? This a safe space?
Always.
You make a dude an ambassador when you want to try and get him to donate large sums of money.
Like Chad Johnson.
Ooh,
Chad Johnson.
you know what? Let's go. Let's
Why the fuck is you
let
bringing
me
that
go.
up?
Yep, let me go ahead and go to commercial right now because I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a better ambassador. That being said, we'll be right back after this commercial. Don't start, there won't be nothing. Speaking of Twitter beefs, so before the new year, I was awakened to Florida State news that I had not expected. 6 former Florida State basketball players decided to sue Leonard Hamilton because of missed NIL payments. And at first, I didn't know how to respond because I didn't have all the information. So shout out to Fries No Slaw, TJ Pinger. His podcast has had attorney Rohan on and explained all of the facts of the case. I don't care about who wins the case, who's right or wrong. What I care about is that there are coaches, the head coach, one of them, sending text messages about payments to players from the NIL collective. Wait for it. Fucking Rising Spear. For those who don't know, Rising Spear has been suspended from doing business with Florida State for the last year. I might have broke up, so let me say that again. Rising Spear has been suspended from doing business with Florida State for the last year. Apparently, Rising Spear was supposed to pay each of these players $250,000. Again, I want to start off by saying, fuck Rising Spear, their CEO, and everything he stands for. I hope he stub his toe every morning at 3 a.m. when he wake up. That's how I feel. You know what I love about that clip? I love Jay in that clip. Jay come from behind that mic and get that look. That's the best part of that whole little clip. I love that clip.
You got to get him back on the show. Hey, you got to get him back on the show after this Alabama A&M news.
She took a She took a timely sabbatical. To get, she takes sabbaticals from social media to recharge.
Yeah.
And so once she comes back on, when I see her post, and I'll try and get on the show. It's hilarious. Like, I love her. I met her in person. She's absolutely,
She's funny.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
an
She is,
absolute
bro.
joy.
It's funny,
She's funny.
hilarious.
Hey, we were talking to her at media day, and then all you heard was. It's like, man, they go goddamn Connell Maynard barking like a fucking dog again.
You know what? We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. All right. So the draft is coming up. And there are so many rumors out there. I'm not necessarily impressed with this class. I think this is a veteran, like long-term veteran class, not necessarily superstar
Not a
class.
breakout superstar class. Fine. I'm not the only one. Great.
But since the Raiders have spent this money on this quarterback, you got a tight end, you got a number 2 wide receiver. Anything other in this first round, anything other than a number 1 wide receiver, and I don't know who that is, a number 1 wide receiver, or Ashton Genty. I don't know how I'm gonna buy somebody tow yard and buy their tow trucks, but understand I'm gonna be trying, because we towing cars. Just understand that's where I'm at with it in life. Also, I'm not gonna commit no crimes, but that's how I feel about it right now. Oh wait, you know what? Let me put the disclaimer up real quick. Let me put the disclaimer up.
Got us
Hey,
in there.
do y'all see this foolishness that Troy done put up on the screen?
That's what I was laughing at.
So,
Man.
Fat Mouth Sports is not going to tow anybody's car. That is not what Fat Mouth Sports does.
You give my little truck, he will, for a good amount of price.
I don't know what's going on with Marlo. But Ashton Genty should be the Raiders' number 1 pick. Period. Point blank.
Pete Carroll is known for being a defensive guy and someone who controls the clock on offense with a strong, very strong running game. He did it at USC. He did it at Seattle. The only player in the draft that fits this model, I ain't gonna say only, because a lot of people are not talking about him, but there's another great running back in this draft. His name is Omarion Hampton. So if Ashton Genty is too rich of a pick at number 6, which I don't think he is, I think he should be a top 10. Raiders should get Ashton Genty because he is a powerful back. He's not just a scat back. Like, take all the thoughts that you have because you see the numbers, you see the yard per carry, you think, oh, this guy is, he's just fast. He get in the open field and that's all he does. No, he breaks tackles. He takes defenders on sometimes too much. He's gonna have to tone that down and use his agility a little more in the NFL. But for Pete Carroll, this fits. Ashton Genty is about the same size as Marshawn Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
We all know how physical Marshawn Lynch was. Marshawn Lynch wasn't the biggest running back. Believe it or not, he was only 215 pounds. What is Ashton Genty? 5'10", 215 pounds. This is an opportunity for Pete Carroll to get somebody that's going to fit his system, fit what he wants to do on offense. Quarterback's best friend. It's a path forward, especially after you let Josh Jacobs walk.
Can you hear me now?
So I agree.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I agree. Ashton Genty is the pick at number 6.
See, I'm good. I'm so good with that.
That's if he's there. That's if he's there.
He might not be there at 6, bro.
He is a
Somebody
generational.
somebody might snap him up early.
Look at what the Eagles was able to do with Saquon Barkley this year, right? Look how the Ravens brought in Derrick Henry and their offense took off. The Packers bring in Josh Jacobs, their offense took off. The Texans bring in Joe Mixon, the offense takes off. Running backs are back.
Mm-hmm.
The need for a bell cow running back has become evident because of this too high meta. The too high meta is what brought back the running back. Now we had conversations with, they was talking about coaches saying, oh, they need to ban too high safeties, it's ruining the game. No, run the fucking ball. Stop letting them keep their safeties back. Make them respect you. They got two safeties beat because they don't respect you. That's the issue.
They don't respect your buddy.
So you bring in an Ashton Denty, they gonna respect you. They gonna probably over respect you. They gonna have now. You gonna have 8 in the box. Now can your quarterback be single high? And then we gonna find out who your quarterback really is. So
hey, that's the problem. They don't want all these high process quarterbacks to get exposed.
They gonna get fucking exposed because now it's too high, and that's how they're able to, you know what I mean? That's why the numbers aren't off the charts because of the too high safety. No, it's like that because they don't fucking respect your running game.
Good thing Tom Brady don't retire because he definitely would have got that shit banned with the quickness.
They wouldn't have been able to do that against Tom Brady because Tom Brady's smart enough to check down to a run. Peyton Manning was smart enough to check down to a run. When I see all them people in the box, I'm checking to a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Your quarterback has 2 jobs. One of them is to make sure that you're in the best play, whether it be a pass or a run. So that's his first job. Then his second job is either handing the ball off or delivering the ball accurately and on time. But the first job is always making sure we got the right play call. We in the right formation. We in the right everything based on what I'm looking at across the line of scrimmage. And nobody did it better than Peyton.
Okay. All right.
But it ain't no Peyton in this draft, so I don't know what. We got Cam
Yeah,
Ward.
I mean, wow. What? No, never mind. I'm thinking about Brady. Never mind. I was like, hell, he wasn't even really Brady when he was drafted. Man. Never mind.
Nah, but look, but I'll use a quarterback that kind of fits. Again, this is like y'all have to understand something about me. I loved Cam Newton when he played in the NFL. I thought he was great at everything that he did. He could throw the ball, he could run the
until
ball.
the refs let him get killed every damn Sunday.
Yeah, that was the problem. They was letting him take hits that he should not have been taking hits because if it was anybody else, flags would have been.
They would have flagged.
But Cam Newton had they gave him the authority to change plays at the line of scrimmage and make sure they were in the right play because he could identify defenses. He could put his team in the best situation to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it fell apart against Denver, but Von Miller is generational. So, I get it. That pass rush was crazy. There was nothing they could do. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't throw the ball. He was checking to the run. When they got 7 in the box and they still stopping you in the backfield. It was literally nothing they could do. So, outside of that, Cam Newton always made sure that his team was in the right situation. Now, let's fast forward to right now. Who has that authority? Look at the way Jalen Hurts plays. Look at the way Jaden Daniels, who was a rookie last year, they gave him full authority of that offense. In the offseason, they tailored that offense to him. And then when the season started, they gave him the authority to do what he needed to do to get them down the field.
And it showed they won the game.
You know who wasn't given that opportunity? CJ Stroud. And we see how that offense struggled. Because I guarantee you there would have been way more runs called if CJ Stroud was given the authority to check out of some of these dumbass pass plays we were running.
Oh, man.
It's all about how you plan on building your team. If Tennessee with the number 1 pick takes Cam Ward and they treat him the same way they treated Will Levis, he will have the same fizzle out effect. It will not end well. They have been historically bad with how they manage their quarterbacks because they don't give them the reins to the offense. Jacksonville Jaguars is another example and how
We
they have
got a new
ruined
coach
Trevor
though.
Lawrence.
We got a new coach. We got a new coach. Let's see how it goes.
This has transcended coaches because none of the coaches have allowed that. Not since
But
Steve
but but and
Damn.
but look, I'm always defend my Jaguars. We also got an owner that don't know how to be a motherfucking owner. That last owners group with that last owners group we had, you absolutely right. The last owners group wouldn't allow nobody to do their job. The GM couldn't do his job. President of football operations couldn't do his job. The coach damn near couldn't coach. Absolutely, Jacksonville historically has had an ownership problem.
when you have red tape everywhere within your organization, people can't do their job. Doc,
Was that?
Talk about the same owner that went and
yeah, red
hired
tape.
Urban Myers.
Nah, those I
Same.
think yeah, that dude he had just bought the team when that happened. Shad
But he
Khan had
went out
just
and
got the team.
he asked Urban Meyer to come and coach them.
Yeah,
Like it was a bunch of good coaches out there. He went and picked Urban Meyer, who was already retired from Ohio State. That's just like
Urban Meyer,
I like Urban Meyer's a
Urban
great
Meyer
coach though.
retired, but that wasn't a bad hire for football reasons. That wasn't a bad hire.
It's
he was
not.
an
Personality
absolute
reason.
terrible,
Per, per,
terrible professional coach. He was terrible.
how long
The
was he a
players
professional
hated
coach?
him.
Well,
That's
okay.
because he was trying to run it like it was a college.
That's why it's a terrible
But
pick.
you don't know he gonna do that until he
So
get there.
Urban Meyer is a great coach,
Oh, well, we can say the
but
same.
he's a great college coach. So
We
here's
can
the
say
thing.
that. We can say the same thing about Steve Spurrier.
Steve Spurrier
You
is
can
another
exactly say the
example.
same thing.
He was a great
Whoa, whoa,
college
whoa, whoa,
coach.
whoa,
He
whoa,
did
whoa.
not translate to the NFL. There's a
Steve
reason Nick Saban left LSU, went to the league, realized that shit wasn't gonna work, and went back
And
to
brought
college
his
football.
ass back. Exactly.
You know, Steve Spurrier said that he didn't have to work more than 40 hours a week. That's what happened to Steve Spurrier. Every other coach in the league was like, I'm going to outwork you and show you you don't belong. That's what happened to Steve Spurrier. His ego happened to him.
You have to put the time in. If you
The
ain't willing
same
to put
thing
the
with Urban Meyer. His ego
got-
was he tried to be bigger than professional football. And it is
The man was
literally
there for
impossible.
10 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
But he
because he
wasn't
was in
even
the bar
flying
with the
back with
chick.
the team.
Because he was in the bar with the chick.
You at the bar on a away game with a chick and not flying back with your team.
But your players can't be late to meetings.
I see y'all.
Terrible.
Look, he said, I see y'all on Monday
Yeah, exactly.
or Tuesday because
Hey,
they have Mondays off.
nah. But being late for a meeting on Monday and me out fondling titties on Saturday night are two different things. And that's all he was trying to say. You
There,
better not be late for
there,
work on
there,
Monday. It don't matter
there is
what I do
no,
on Saturday. You better not be late on Monday.
There's
there is no
a
other coach.
level of professionalism, right? Gerard
Nah.
Mayo flew back with his team, and they were mad because he was on the plane playing cards with them. So
And they fired him.
there's a certain
At the
way.
1 year.
There's a certain way that they expect.
Exactly 1 year.
There's a certain way they expect you to act. And Gerard Mayo, I think he didn't understand the blurred line between coach and player. There wasn't a definitive line to where he was the authoritarian. And the ownership probably didn't like his friendliness with the players because it didn't translate to enough wins. But he also wasn't given all of the tools to succeed in his first year either. So we didn't really get to see whether or not he was a good or bad coach. I feel like they had some strides this season. I feel like he put the team in good situations. He used what he had. They had Stevenson and running back. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna keep the the down and distance short. We're gonna make the game sloppy, and we're gonna try to pull it out in the fourth quarter. He used what he had available. They didn't want to give him Drake May to start the season. So now we got me a rookie quarterback and a rookie coach, but I can't play my rookie quarterback because y'all are afraid that he'll get hurt. And y'all worried about the future of the organization outside of me developing him in his rookie year. Imagine if D'Amico Ryans came to Houston and was like, "No, they said no, we're not letting CJ play his first year." We would have been terrible, and D'Amico probably might have been out of a job, even though he had been a great defensive coordinator for the 49ers just based on merit alone. So the teams, when you bring in a new coach and you bring in a new quarterback, you're supposed to first let it be his guy. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't somebody that he drafted. He was hired to pretty much be a placeholder till Vrabel got there. And let's just call a spade a spade. So, like, whatever reason y'all want to say that y'all fired him, I know what it was. Y'all used y'all rule. Y'all got it out the way. Hey, we've had a black coach. Y'all can say, "Oh, we've had a black coach in the last 25 years."
Right.
We don't want to hear that bullshit because we know that it was only to save face.
Mm-hmm.
When they hired him, I called it. When they hired him, I said the same damn thing. He ain't gonna be that long. Just showing him he gotta make the playoffs.
The Raiders,
even if they bounce it, and he's still gonna be out of here.
The Raiders did the same thing.
Well, they're the Raiders.
We checked the box. We checked the box. We have had a black quarterback in our history. I mean, a black coach in our history, because the Patriots had never had a black coach and the Raiders had never had a black coach, but now they have, and they can say that.
Nah, the Raiders did have a black coach. It was Arshell.
Arshell, yeah. I forgot, going way back.
We had Arshell twice.
Yeah, I forgot about Arshell, but, you know, in recent history, they checked the box. They didn't give Antonio Pierce a fair shot. But the people that was very critical of his coaching decisions as well. In his first year, he made some very poor coaching decisions.
In fact, they didn't give Hugh Jackson a fair shot either.
Hugh Jackson didn't get a fair shot in Cleveland.
Hold on. No, we're not doing that. He told the whole world he signed up to lose games so they could get a number one draft pick. And then you waited. Hold on. He waited until your boy filed his lawsuit to go, "Oh, yeah, this is what happened to me." It is not your job to make it harder for the next coach. It is your job to make it easier for the next black coach. And he made it harder for the next black coach. That's my only criticism about Hugh and what happened at Grambling. But those are my only criticisms of Hugh.
He has not been a good head coach.
But who told him
anywhere?
Who told him to tank though? It was the organization.
It is his job to tank because the organization told him. Antonio Pierce was told to tank also. And this won 3 games in a row.
And that's why he got fired.
They sloppily won 3 games in a row, though.
It's players that should not have been starting so that we could assure ourselves of the number 2 draft pick. When we had
I feel like they tried to lose and the other team just tried to lose harder.
Mm-hmm.
It was a battle of who can be bad. And at some point, some got to break because you still got to play the game.
Yeah. Oh, man. And then once we lost the number 2 position, they went back to losing.
Are you trying to win? Are you trying to get better? I didn't know what the fuck the Raiders were doing. I seen very bad coaching decisions that made me scratch my head as somebody who ain't never coached in the NFL, but I know that these are bad decisions. This is bad clock management. You don't have a guy on the sideline that's keeping you updated with what's going on the clock. Mm-hmm. You don't know the down and distance. You don't know the scenario where you should go for 2 versus go for 1. You don't know when it's 4th and 2. Maybe I should go for it because I'm on the 40-yard line in a 1-score game. Like, these decisions led me to believe that he was not trying to win. And then when they did need him to lose, he didn't try to lose. So what are you trying to do? You didn't do anything you tried to do. When you tried to win, you didn't do that. When you tried to lose, you still couldn't do it. What can you do?
The goal was to piss me off so Marlo can come in here every week and talk about my Raiders.
Oh, they did a great job of that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Raiders personnel, front office, and I attribute it to Baby Jesus because he loves me. Baby Jesus loves me. This I know because the Bible told me so. So thank you.
It was preordained.
You know what?
Yeah,
It's okay.
I can agree. It was in
it's
the cards.
It is okay. My Raiders suck. Fine. The Bucks will forever be mediocrity from here until eternity because they have a quarterback named. They have a quarterback that their own season ticket holder called Loft. Lack of fucking talent.
Yeah,
I mean,
I call a spade a spade. But he has shown glimpses of being a very professional quarterback. It's just not enough.
Wait,
he just needs to do it.
DP, we're not gonna let him go. You said a very professional quarterback. You ain't said good. Yeah. You ain't said average. You said a very.
If you are a professional quarterback, you are good in my book.
Real?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Marlo's version of he shows up to work.
No. That's you say that. If you are a professional quarterback, that means you come prepared to play the game. He has games where he lights it up. Then
you know why he lights it up?
Because he better. Because he knows if he looks the wrong way in the stands, it's gonna be a problem.
Hell no. Mike Evans made him look better than what he is.
Yeah, I can agree.
And when you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, I would expect numbers to be accrued. And then you have a great defense. So we're not asking you to do everything. Just don't turn the ball over. And he still managed to do that.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it at all.
You sure about that?
I'm just don't mute myself.
Come on, please.
I'm muting myself right now.
I just got one question.
Hey, Marlo, you can't Tootsie slide out of this one. Come on back.
Come on back, Marlo.
I just need to know, is that your quarterback, Marlo? Is that your guy?
First of all, my quarterback and my guy are two different things. Because as long as he is the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he is going to be my quarterback. But as far as him being my guy, it's a lot of quarterbacks I would have rather had. But Baker is not a bad quarterback.
That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
He is not a bad quarterback.
He's not horrible.
Does he make you scratch your head sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna make you scratch your head. But he's not a bad quarterback.
Not as much as Jameis Winston did. Jameis Winston. You have a bald spot in your head.
My God. It would be rubbed raw. I literally had to apologize to people in my section when Jameis Winston was our quarterback, because I don't think I ever cussed that much in a game, like ever, especially with kids around. It's his fault. It's literally his fault. I was like, blame him. Don't blame me. Blame him.
Oh God.
That
He
is
said, "Don't bring
crazy.
your fucking kids around him." That's what he trying to say.
Hey,
If you gonna be at a Buccaneers game, then have your goddamn kids
You
around
gonna
me.
hear some shit.
I'm just saying they just need to be pre-warned that they may hear something they can't repeat in school.
hey, I don't know if you heard it earlier, but HBCU band talk. Thank you for coming by. I even posted your comment up thinking Marlo would see it. So thank you for coming by.
What happened?
Nothing.
Look at no, highlight that shit.
Nah, what happened?
Highlight it.
What
Now,
did
why
that
the
say?
fuck would you put that back on the screen? I ain't say a word when I saw it the first time, and
I
you let
wait
these
a minute.
other two
He ain't gonna put it
pump you up to
back.
Um,
put it back.
He
um,
put it back.
I can't see. I'm on my phone, so I can't really see what it said.
It said "Hell Wildcats."
Oh, hell, what? To hell with a wildcat. I agree with him. To hell with a wildcat.
All right.
All the way.
Oh God.
You know how I feel about that. They can start digging. Just get a good shovel. Start digging. When it start getting hot, the hell with the wildcats. Y'all are close to where y'all need to be.
He said when it get hot, keep going.
All right.
Keep,
You
So
keep
almost
going just a little bit further.
there.
so
How far
we
down they need to dig?
To the middle.
You'll know. You'll
Pass that
To
to
the
the middle.
damn middle.
know. Hey, don't worry. You'll know.
Oh shit!
oh
I'm
God.
done.
Okay, so we are in the era of where people make way, way, way too early predictions on college football.
I'm not even making one.
I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet.
It's
Arch
it
is the
we
guy. Hey, look. Arch is the guy. Go Longhorns. Outside of that, I don't know what the fuck to expect.
Hey man, it's another man that's gonna be out there that's throwing like his daddy. I seen a video. Peyton's oldest son, Marshall,
oh I saw that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that.
bro was dropping bullets.
drums dropping down on that thing.
I just do Eli got I think Eli got girls. I think
Eli
that's
got
what Eli got.
girls.
Yeah, Eli got
Yeah.
girls. I mean, you can't expect Eli to do everything. He can't produce boys and beat the fake goat. Like he did his job.
Oh, there you go.
But I just asked because I saw something that kind of raised my hackles a little bit when I saw a group of people predict Norfolk State winning the MEAC, and they had Delaware State in second.
Who was in second place this year to me at? Wasn't it Coppin State? No, it was Howard, wasn't
No,
it?
I'm talking about I'm talking about football.
Football. Oh shit. April Fool's joke.
It was that's the whole thing. It wasn't no April Fools. That was the whole thing. I was like, oh,
They
this
was
is
just
kind of
late. They
here's
was
what I expect to happen in the MEAC unless something crazy happens.
Find you a competent commissioner.
Hell, we need to take our own advice.
You know,
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You right yourself. Got us
Hey,
in there.
do y'all see this foolishness that Troy done put up on the screen?
That's what I was laughing at.
What the hell?
I ain't even say nothing wrong.
I know I just sent them people emails. I just sent them people
They be
emails.
all right.
But no,
They will be all right. Like, I mean, you got to speak truth to power sometimes.
I again, y'all know how I feel about the whole media rights deal. I'm not even shying away from that. That's not even something for us to shy away from because we're in that era now where every dollar that you can get into the program matters. Every dollar. Um, I am in the midst of trying to do my FAMU Givens Day today, but a certain company, because it didn't have a certain moniker on there, thought it was fraud. So I couldn't, because I didn't have my other phone, I couldn't do my two-factor authentication until I got to the house. Anyway, Kenya, your donation's on the way. I have it there before midnight. Um, and for anybody again
First,
that you go ahead.
my FAMU giving is all the goddamn time. So I ain't wait. I don't have no regular day that they predestined. I done had 3 kids graduate from FAMU. I graduated from FAMU, and I have plenty more nieces, nephews, cousins, all that I didn't send up there to the yard. So they get it out of me.
Well, again, because of what FAMU had done for me, it's easy for me to give back. Also, since I don't have to donate to Florida State right now, I have, extra funds to donate to FAMU.
And every vehicle I own got a FAMU tag, and my trailers.
Man, it's FAMU all the way down.
Hey, that's how you gotta be.
Yeah, it is what it is. But no, getting back, like I said, I saw that little early prediction, and I felt I was shocked because South Carolina State is still South Carolina State. NCCU is still NCCU. Like, can I be honest with y'all?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's not like the MEAC is chunking it all over the field.
They ain't got number 6 teams.
They got South
That's it.
Carolina State all the way effed up. Cause South Carolina State, they look good. They address
But
that quarterback situation.
that's
They gonna surprise a whole. Well, I can't even say they're gonna surprise people. They already know what's coming.
They're still gonna get belted ass. They go to the Celebration Bowl again.
yeah. I mean, and most of
You
this
ain't
stuff.
like
You
Jackson
know
State
what?
go.
Wait.
Jackson
You
State
know
ain't gonna
what?
be there.
You know what?
We
You
gonna
know
be there.
what? Hey, hold up.
Yeah, hold
It
on.
might
Since
be
we
too soon, but I'm gonna say,
Y'all could buy tickets.
can Channis Bear win in big games?
so we were speaking to fans at the Celebration Bowl, and the sentiment from the people who were at Southern, I believe, that he does this all the time in big games. And again, I don't have a
What's the
I
point of hiring a coach and having a team there that's gonna have an amazing season and he gonna goof the shit up when it counts the most?
I don't like y'all have to tell me I don't have a large I haven't seen a lot of Chennis Berry games. So my experience is just this year with South Carolina State and the Celebration Bowl. Now, the FAMU game, they lost that game. And it was lost on the sideline.
Yep.
And who is this?
South
Chennis
Carolina
Berry.
State and Channis Bear.
Berry.
Mm.
So I and again, my knowledge of Chennis is very limited to this year and the Celebration Bowl, and what those gentlemen was telling me at the Celebration Bowl. I was like, I had no idea. So, um,
When he was at Benedict the year prior to him getting the job at South Carolina, he lost there too. Big game on the line, he lost. And the year before that, it was the same thing. Amazing season,
Nah,
get to where it count, lost.
the first season they went to the playoff, they got blown out.
Yeah.
The year before that, they went to the playoffs. It was more of a close game, but I forgot who they played, but they pulled away late in the fourth quarter. Then last year, last season, it was they got kicked in the teeth from the beginning to the end.
To the end. It was no they what and I think was it Robert Morris? Was it Robert Morris? I feel like it was. I'm gonna check, but I think that last year when he got his teeth kicked in.
No, they remember they played Georgia Southern. No, they played Georgia Southern down in Statesboro. And then they turned back around. They beat the Citadel on the road, and it was a close one.
Mm-hmm.
And because remember, they only lost 2 games last year to Georgia Southern and to FAMU, which I still say that was some bullshit. But
Of course you do.
the refs helped y'all out, bro.
If you say so.
The Zebras helped you out in that game.
The Zebras don't like us even in Bragg. What are you talking about? If anything, they lost that game because of the student section. That's why they lost the game, if we're keeping it a book. It's the reason why the business team is over there in front of the student section. When those students start looking up what your mom and daddy look like and start saying shit, you gonna lose every time. Don't have no public profile. They gonna find you.
Well, the little motherfuckers would say something about my damn. He gonna fight. He gonna fight you.
Yeah.
They better not come in them
Buddy from
damn
Alabama
stands.
State thought he was gonna fight too, and look what happened to him.
Better not come in them stands.
That was crazy. That was
I'll be like Isaiah Stewart.
Well,
who won't be?
But that being said, here's my issue with the MEAC. The coach that I think has the most ability to win the win the MEAC, does not have a quarterback that he trusts to throw the ball. And I don't care what nobody tell me. I don't care what Josh tell me. I don't care what Dia tell me. They do not let Walker Ranger throw the football. We've seen it in the Alabama State game and the Orange Blossom Classic. We've seen it in the close game with South Carolina State. We've seen it time and time again. They can blow this open if they throw the ball, and they don't throw the ball. I think what he averaged like 15 passes last year.
Who?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Nah, he threw for about he threw like 20. He threw like at least between 20 and 25 passes. But because they had Jamari Taylor as the running back, he really didn't have to do as much.
Against the Alabama State game, he should have been throwing the ball. 100%.
State fucked themselves up by putting Andrew Body in as a goddamn glorified running back, and he a quarterback.
So I'm gonna be judicious. No, I'm not. I am sick and tired of seeing college programs run little league offenses. And I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm saying maybe it was because of injuries. But what we saw in the Orange Blossom Classic is not what I expected from Alabama State. I expected something totally different from Alabama State. The way we raved about Andrew Body going into the season and how the dual threat quarterback would be able to throw the ball and run the ball, we did not see the throw part of the equation. And I was told by every content creator and everybody that covers the SWAC, oh, this is because of this coach and that coach. I don't care. Coaches coach to the talent that they have. I'm sorry. Good coaches coach to the talent that they have. And I'm sorry if I'm being critical, but a spade is a spade. You have Andrew Body.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been
AKA Mr. Glass.
Everybody said this boy was good until they saw him get hit in the mouth.
Mr. Glass.
Well, put it like this: his freshman year, nobody didn't know anything about him. You got that tape on him the next year,
Injury.
But that was toward the end of the game. That was toward the end of the game and the last game of the season, which, truth be told, I don't know if it's his fault or not, but hey, it is what it is.
I'm not gonna blame the player on that. I think if you have a player that is injury prone, you do things to protect them. Watching a player run, what was it was like the first 10 plays he ran like 5 or 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It felt like we was missing something. And if we gonna talk about Bama State, we gotta talk about Grambling State because you had the preseason player of the year as your quarterback.
False.
And what?
False.
Miles Crowley was not a bad quarterback. He was a very good quarterback until last year. And we know we can attribute it to. So
Egg drop Dooley.
man is the best dressed man in the SWAC.
Coach Gucci suit.
Gucci suit.
Oh no. Dooley one not dressing Willie, man.
Man. So Marlo, don't flip out.
My girl said tread lightly on Grambling.
So on Orange Blossom Classic weekend, that school in Daytona is also playing FIU. I think just why?
I ain't flipping out, but I don't even know why that's news. Hopefully they got enough money in their budget to not have to take city buses down there, and they can get on a charter.
Damn.
I mean, hell, just put them on the bright line, the railroad. Just put them right there. Just make
Nope,
a ride
because
that down.
that mean they would have to come to Orlando first, and we don't need that stink in the city. Keep their ass on that side of Florida, and we all right.
Talking about Bethune. I already know why. I know why I'm breaking up now.
And you keep bringing it up.
I was bringing it up because it's a good football weekend. You have 2 college games.
Man, it ain't a good football.
No hell. We ain't finna let you just sit here and say that. Good football means that you got good teams playing. So
competitive.
You can see 2 college football games within 40 miles of each other on the same weekend.
Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't
Who
really
the hell
say
paying to watch Bethune get beat that bad?
Bethune, of course.
They don't even go see Bethune play.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna move right along to my plea to the
well,
SWAC.
they probably go to their own home games, but they gotta
No, they
get
don't.
second shot.
They don't. They don't.
They
They
gotta
don't
get
go to their
second
own.
shot.
They don't go to their own home games. They don't come to the classics. I don't know what the hell them people do.
Whew. Wow. So, getting back to the SWAC, there is a big game going on in baseball this weekend in Jackson, Mississippi. This is my plea to the SWAC Digital Network to broadcast that game.
Both games.
Both games.
And who is this?
We play y'all in softball and baseball
this weekend.
Oh shoot, that's gonna be a night.
Baseball in Tallahassee, softball in Jackson. So both games should be available somewhere.
And Rattlers, don't be mad at me, but I hate Rattlers Plus. I hate
I hate
paying
it
for
too.
it. There is sidearm sports is a scourge on college athletics. I would
Mhm.
rather it be on the mothership than be on mothership ESPN 3 than be on sidearm sports. I am sorry. The software developed me in me be getting pissed off every time I open the app up. I get mad when the notification that I paid them $9 come out, and I'm only doing it because I love FAMU. But
You ain't
that,
alone. You are not alone.
but that being said, it needs to be like somebody needs to step up. If we can't get it on the Sweat Digital Network, it needs to be on ESPN. And I don't, and just be mad at me. I don't know the last time I saw a softball or baseball game on Rattlers Plus. I could be wrong, but
Uh-uh.
I haven't seen one recently on Rattlers Plus.
No, I
So
think the last game I watched it was on some other app. Like somebody
yeah,
might have had their phone and just went live. It was pretty good. Like when the softball team played up in
yeah.
Atlanta that weekend. I saw almost every game. But
So, but that being said, um, so make sure I grab. Let me go ahead and do this closing. Um, for those who know or don't know, I'm kind of going through a health issue. I need every man over 35 to make sure that you get checked for prostate cancer. It is one of our quiet killers, and it's only killing us because we do not properly get checked. I'm going through it now. Been through it before. First time I was scared as I don't know what. This time I'm not so scared. Um, but it puts things in perspective because I was just going to the doctor for something minor, and it ended up being something major. And I don't want anybody to feel like I'm not taking it seriously. I am. It's just my faith in God and the fact that I communicate with my doctors and they tell me where I am. I have more confidence in what I need to do going forward and to make sure that I'm here for the next 20 years for my kids. So please, if you're a wife or girlfriend watching this, if he has not gone to get checked, make it an issue. If there's anything you want to nag him about in your life, it's this. Don't let that go. That's not something that we'll talk about that later. No, 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 no. You're over 35 when you get that check. So I don't have a whole lot for y'all. Again, lead with love. Take sports seriously. Donate to your causes. As always, like and subscribe. Comment, and I'm out. All right, Doc. What you got for us this week?
Oh, I got a couple of things for this week, man. Holy jeez! First and foremost, yesterday I really did check my Twitter. Yesterday I was chilling. I was at work to be exact, and I get on Twitter and I see people commenting about Doc Holliday, and I'm like, hey, I didn't die. I'm still here. In fact, I'm tweeting y'all live from at work while I'm checking out these customers right here. Right? Um, you know, somebody got it confused and thought they was talking about me or the other guy who goes by the name Doc Holliday that's in Memphis, who's a news sportscaster in Memphis. But no, they was talking about Val Kilmer, who suddenly passed away the other day at the age of 65. Don't know from what it is, from what it was, But he also played Doc Holliday in one of my favorite Western movies, Tombstone. You know, and he was a character in there. But we also got to remember Val Kilmer also played the Batman role. You know, in the up to date Batman series. Also, um, in some other things. If I'm not mistaken, was he in Interview with a Vampire? I think he was. Yes, he was in Interview with a Vampire. But uh, thank you to Miss Danny, because she was at the clear the air because she said they were gonna tear Twitter a new asshole if they found out something would have happened to me. But I am alive and well, as y'all see me on the screen right here. But also let me get into it. Shout out to my Mavericks, because we got everybody that's came back healthy and said, "Fuck y'all, we ain't playing it. We not tanking. We gonna try to play for the play-in. We playing for the play-in." Derek Lively came back last night, his first game. Daniel Gafford came back, his second game. AD came back. It was his sixth game. He put up 34-15, hit the winning shot last night in good old fashion. I like what I see from this team. I love what I see from my Mavericks. We're going to build on it. Wait till get Kyrie back, and when he comes back off this injury, hey, it's gonna be up there. And last but not least, as y'all know, it was a reports out here in North Texas, in Frisco, at a track meet that a young man got unalived by another young man because the aggressor, the so-called aggressor, was sitting under the tent of the rival high school. Now, I would say this. Frisco has 13 I think they have 14 high schools now. Most of these schools are within a mile and a half radius from each other. So it's not hard that you're going to run into some of these folks, when you go home from school and stuff like that, when you go to school. Centennial Memorial sits like 2 miles from each other. They're not really big rivals, but as far as when it comes to Frisco high schools, they are. Young man got stabbed. Austin Metcalf got stabbed at a high school track meet, and he unfortunately did not make it from his injuries. The other young man, unfortunately named Carmelo Anthony, was taken in by Frisco PD, and he's pretty much going to be tried as an adult here in the state of Texas, for not copping a murder, but I think more like on a manslaughter. They might say it's on a manslaughter charge, but it's sad to see that even at track meets, we can't have something where something always, have a good thing where something always happen. I will say, to me, just stop the violence. It's not what it is. It ain't a good look, because, of course, here in the state of Texas, especially here in Dallas County, you do the crime, you end up in Lew Sterrett, the county jail, and you'll do the time until it's time for you to go to court, and they use you as an example out there. But other than that, I'm just letting folks know I'm alive and well. I'm here. Still crash out on your kids. It helps. It's still fuck Governor Hot Wheels. it's still Jackson State by 40. And it's still we the Swag's daddy. I'm Doc Holliday, and I approve this message.
Okay, because I got flack last week because I be setting people up. Jamal, what you got for us this week?
It wasn't no flack. I was just saying. I felt like it was because I always said something crazy. I'm gonna say something crazy this week. It is basketball season. We are at both ends of the college season, in the middle of the NBA. WNBA is right around the corner. NFL draft's right around the corner. But I'm talking as a basketball fan. I still got Florida winning it all for the men. Women's side, of course. But hey, women's side, I'm not so settled. Do I want Dawn Staley to win it? Absolutely. But do I want Paige to get one? Just so she can separate herself from them goddamn corn eaters and Caitlin Clark. Absolutely. But on the flip side, I hope Gino loses his goddamn car keys. I hope he can't never find his motherfucking shoes. I hope every time he pick up a cup to drink out the straw, it magically falls on his shirt. But absolutely, I have zero faith in Texas winning this at all. I don't think Madison Booker has the mental fortitude and stability to get this team all the way to a championship game at all. That's my take on the women's side. Second thing for the women's side is 3 weeks ago, I said whatever WNBA team that did not call Lisa Leslie back to fuck you, y'all have just been fucked. Because I am thoroughly convinced that Dawn Staley is bringing home staff next season to coach her beat. She's been with them this whole tournament. She's been staying at her house. She's been sitting right behind the bench coaching up the beat for all tournament. So you hoes lost out on a good coach. See, I ain't gonna say nothing too crazy this week. Fuck Donald Trump, punch a motherfucking Nazi, crash out when people got you fucked up. I am Lord Jamal.
I want to apologize to that. I was for some reason, I don't know why this app doesn't like me, so I lost some connection. So if you see us lose the solo, it's because of me. That was my fault.
Shout out
TP.
to Jasmine Crockett. And shout out to Cory Booker for that great filibuster the other day.
Absolutely. 25 hours to dethrone Norman, to dethrone Strom, bitch ass. One day I'm gonna give a history lesson. I might start doing that at the end of my rants. That's a random ass historical fact.
Don't he got some black kids? Oh, you know what? Never mind.
Hey, we trying to go home. We trying to go home.
So real quick before I have TP come to the stage. The United States has been awarded the Women's World Cup in 2031. I'm gonna try and get Marlo. I'm gonna try and get Marlo to go so I can see him absolutely crash out. That's gonna be amazing. TP, sir, what you got for us this week?
It's been a long time, Rockets fans. It's been a long time. It's been 7 years since we won 50 games. We just accomplished it. It's a big thing. I mean, we back. We have a young core. Seguin, Green, Hill, Dillon, Van Vliet. Fucks with them. They balling. We haven't had anything to be excited about in a long time in Rocket Land. But we can be excited this year. We got the 2 seed Rockets. Highest seed we finished one, I think, in 2017. Was and we won 60 games that year. But hell of a season so far. We're gonna end up playing one of these playing teams, 2-7. If we can hold on, there's only 5 games left. So we just gotta finish strong, go into the playoffs with our head up high, and keep doing what we've been doing all season. We've been beating the people that they said we shouldn't beat. I feel like we able to win any game we got, go out there and play. With that being said, Shy and Oklahoma City, they amazing season. Amazing. I mean, if they win out, they're 70 games. They got 6 games left. If they're able to win out, that would be crazy. But they're already on the 11-game win streak. So potentially I see Rockets versus OKC in the Western Conference Finals. And again, like I said, we can beat anybody they put us on the court against. If we go out there and play the way we've been playing, I see no reason why we can't be successful. So this is it was a regime change, because we all remember back when we had Mike D'Antoni and James Harden. They were putting up numbers, but we weren't playing defense. We play defense now. It's a little bit different team. It's a different vibe around it. We go out there and we're scrappy. We have a bench. We have the tools needed to be successful in the NBA playoffs. I don't think there's been a repeat champion in the past 8 years, and I don't think Boston repeats. They've had a good season so far. If I'm not mistaken, they are the 1 seed. No, they're the 2 seed. So they're not even the best in their conference. Cleveland, they shocked me because I thought that I didn't know if they was for real or not when they started the season super hot. But they've continued on. They won over 60 games. A few games left, but they have had an amazing season as well. Going into the NBA playoffs, I think it's going to be a very fun thing to watch. The season, I get it gets watered down at times. We see a lot of no defense played, a lot of players playing with no heart. That changes come playoff time. Every game matters, and that's when I'm tuned in. That's when I'm watching all the games. I'm watching, even if it ain't the Rockets, because let's be honest, in the last 7 years, Rockets ain't been in the playoffs, so I ain't even had to worry about watching. But this year, I'm going to be watching my boys, and hopefully we able to get it done, get to a Western Conference Finals. Whoever we have to go against, we beat them, we get to the championship. I forgot what a championship feel like as a Rockets fan. It's been 30 years. Yeah, it's been 30 years since the Rockets made it to the NBA Finals. So I think we there. It's about that time. So appreciate y'all for watching. Oh, on the March Madness tip, before I get out of here, Houston versus Auburn in the final. Houston finally gets over the hump and gets a championship. That's my prediction. That's what I'm sticking to, and we're going to see if it pan out that way. But thank y'all for watching Gathering and Vote Man podcast. It's your boy TP, and I will see y'all next week, same time, same place. Thank you for watching.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the incomparable, often imitated, but never duplicated. It is Mullo. Sir. Oh, Jesus. What you got for us this week?
Well, is this a safe space? Can I just rap a tick?
Go ahead.
I have a daughter that is playing flag football. And, I don't miss a game. I'm always there. But the disrespect that these parents show these kids by not showing up for them, whether you agree with what they're doing or not, if they show the interest and put the effort in to going out there and playing their hearts out, to look in the stands and see me sprinkle with a couple other parents when it's 30 kids on a team, is disrespectful. Like I want to call a parent meeting, but I don't even know if
show up. I feel like had these been boys and they playing tackle football, it'll be a lot more parents in the stands. Like my daughter played today. Even in the visiting side, it was senior night. And just about the only parents that were there were the parents for the seniors. I think that as parents, you show up for your kids. No matter what previous engagement you got, you make it happen. Like the games start from at 6:00 for JV. Varsity plays right after that. If you can't make it to the field by 7:00, you're doing something else other than working. Now, if you are that parent that works late night and you know that you can't make it because you have to provide for your child, that's understood. But all 30 of them girls don't have parents with that situation. And it shows in their attitude. The ones who parents shows up, they don't be out there tripping on the field, cussing, doing all this other extra stuff. It's the ones who parents ain't there. So my rant this week is to encourage. If you're a girl dad or you have a daughter that's out in any activity, support them. Go out there, even if you don't understand the sport or the game that they chose to play. Just support them because you love them. And I think you'll see better results. These girls are out there playing flag football. They ain't out wearing little to nothing, chasing behind the boys. And most of them are good students. So those are the girls I choose to celebrate. So this is just me in my safe space expressing my thoughts on a season that it isn't even a long season. So you can, a couple games. I haven't missed one, and these girls don't get supported the way they should. So that's my time. I hope everybody have a great week. And fuck Bethune-Cookman. One of the kids out there, one of the seniors, was talking about they going through to Bethune, and I booed her ass. I ain't lying. I booed her ass from the visitor stand.
Oh man! Hey, shout out to again. One more shout out. Shout out to Christian Ings from Norfolk State for winning the college slam dunk contest tonight.
I mean, wasn't he the favorite though? It should have
So.
been ESPN #1 like twice, but you know, I'm just spitballing. Don't mind me.
Hey, anybody watch the McDonald's All-American game last night?
Nah.
That boozer kid.
Did anybody see Elijah Arenas put dude on the damn skates last night?
Yeah, we gonna talk about that on
I
Tuesday.
think I put the slowed down version of that in the group chat.
Hey, that boy
carried like a motherfucker.
Hey, that boy gonna be a problem.
If they don't call
these new rules
yeah.
that don't call shit, he carried like a. I counted 2 carries and the travel in one play.
They did call it though. They had Stevie Wonder eyes.
Man, ESPN need to bring back that
Stevie
commercial.
Wonder.
But
hey, they saying Stevie can see.
Man, we not gonna go down that rabbit hole. For everybody here at the Gathering of Old Men podcast,
Stevie Wonder seeing black.
For everybody here, we are out. Jeez.
Every week you saw.